Hola, Internet.
Yay! Welcome to Brazil, guys.
Thank
It's
you.
really nice to have you here.
It's nice to be here.
It is.
So first, congrats on your performances. It's amazing.
Cheers.
Thank you.
First thing, how did you guys react when you first saw Vecna? I mean, yourself as Vecna and you.
I remember watching some playback of Jamie's stuff and thinking that is terrifying. But also just very excited for the show, kind of seeing where Jamie was taking it, and obviously the prosthetics are amazing, but without the life underneath it, it's just, you know, prosthetics. So I was just very excited to see kind of like how Jamie, his commitment to it. And yeah, and obviously just like relieved to see that actually, no, it is scary.
Yeah, relief is exactly the right word. I mean, I think often, you know, we don't often see creature effects in shows and movies anymore. And if we do, you know, this is, you know, just budget and time-wise, it's very hard to make something that's believable and real. So seeing what Barry and the team were able to do, and the fact that it did come across as terrifying and it worked well in the light was a big moment of relief. I remember the camera test we did with Vecna. You know, we were all sort of silently, not worried, but there's a level of kind of like, crikey, I hope this works. And thankfully, it did, you know, and it's a testament to the whole team. It really, really is. So I know Matt and Ross particularly were just ecstatic because they've wanted this for so long, and this has been in their minds. So yeah, relief, 100%.
Yeah, nice. It's pretty much art. It's amazing. Is there anything that bothered you, like about the whole process of the costume and prosthetics?
Not
like
really.
Like the hardest part?
There's no real sort of like hardest part. I mean, I think, you know, we were filming in Atlanta. It gets very, very hot in the summer there. We had a couple of scenes outside. Those were particularly tough days. You know, the sweat was realistically the only thing that was quite difficult. There was one day where I forgot to put deodorant on, and I was working with one of our amazing cast members, and I felt absolutely terrible because I stank like a bin. So, you know, and also at the end of the day, poor Duncan Jarman would often find himself sort of at my feet having to cut open half of the prosthetics with sort of just pools of sweat pouring onto the floor. But no, other than that, there was nothing that was difficult. It was just a joy.
Yeah, nice. And I love how the music is almost the main character of the season. And I know that you guys are probably tired about answering the same question. You can make up a new answer, you can fake it, it's okay for me, but I have to ask you guys, what would be your song to be saved from Vecna?
This is, Jamie's got a great
No,
answer.
you go first, because I think I'm going to change.
Probably, it's called Up and Down by a band called the Venga Boys.
Yeah.
I love the Venga Boys. They would get me out of trouble, I think.
I'm going to go with Joseph and do another Venga Boys song. We Like to Party by the Venga Boys would be mine. There you go.
The Venga bus is coming.
Is that the song?
The Vecna bus is coming.
The Vecna bus is coming.
You're welcome.
Wow, there you go, Internet. Take that.
And what do you say would be Vecna's favorite song?
Of all time?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Don't ask me that. Just don't ask me that.
Sade?
Yeah.
Please.
Giving me the sweetest taboo.
We need to move on because my mind has gone. My mind is saying all sorts of terrible things. So yeah, next question, please.
Mine would be Toxic from Britney Spears.
Toxic,
yeah, for sure.
fantastic. He is so toxic. I love that.
Yeah.
Baby, can't you see?
Do you guys like pop music? Do you have a favorite song?
Do I have a favourite pop music
Yes.
song? I mean, I love pop music. I could not pick a favourite song right now. No.
Ah, okay.
I mean, it's
The Venga
Yeah.
Boys is pop.
It's Euro
pop.
trash, though. It's kind of,
Yeah.
it's a very specific pop. I think good pop music is really hard to do. Yeah.
Okay. Jamie, you want to answer?
I agree. I don't think I could pick a favourite pop song. It's very hard. I mean, obviously there are, you know, there are artists who, you know, have made pop music their own.
I think ABBA are kind of the quintessential kind of pop greats. I think they get a lot of reputation for being kind of, there's an irony attached to them, but actually they've actually got some huge bangers.
It's all very dark, ABBA, as well, actually, lyrically, if you sort of dive into it, apparently.
Okay, we should do that.
We should.
Yeah.
A dramatic reading of ABBA's greatest works by Joseph Quinn and Jamie Campbell-Bower, coming to a
good.
screen near you. Netflix, we're ready.
Good, love
You're
it.
spoiling them.
And Joseph, isn't it crazy that some people, Gen Z of course, found out about Metallica because of your character and because of that scene?
I think it's a brilliant thing. You know, I saw a post that Metallica did on Instagram the other day, and I think it's kind of, you're aware of the cultural impact that this show has on the zeitgeist, and the fact that Kate Bush was #1, and I think introducing another generation to kind of Metallica is so cool. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, nice. And how did you prepare for that scene with the guitar?
Well, I read the scene, great start. And then next morning, I went and bought a guitar and kind of manically practiced for however long I could. And then, when it came to shooting it, it was just such fun. Yeah, it was me and Gaten on top of the camper van. And I remember the crew feeling kind of quite excited because it's a pretty extraordinary sequence that we were trying to kind of get right. And it was the first time that people had been in a kind of live music environment since the pandemic. So it was a really kind of optimistic and kind of fun atmosphere on set that day. And I will never forget it. Yeah.
Nice. And I imagine how interesting and fun a set like this is. And can you tell me something that happened behind the scenes that nobody imagined, like about a specific scene?
Gaten adopted a dog.
What?
You don't know about this?
No.
So when we were filming in the trailer park, there was this very, very, very sweet dog that I don't think being looked after that well. And he was very, very sweet and was kind of like roaming around the set, and everyone kind of fell in love with him. And Gaten really fell in love with him. And then the next day, he'd show me a photo of him kind of on the way to his house in New Jersey, and he was like, "Yeah, got him." And I was just, you know, it's kind of a very revealing aspect of Gaten's very kind of large heart. And yeah, I think he now has that dog. That's kind of a pretty funny thing.
We hope.
We hope.
And you, Jamie?
Oh, I'm just emotionally shook by that story. That's so nice. That's lovely. I don't know. For me, you know, I was very like in in another room. No, I was often just very much in that scene and in the moment. I mean, I think one of the things that happened, you know, when Max pulls out Vecna's vine in three. Four. There you go. Sorry. I fell over on one take because I sort of stumbled back too quickly and the floor was like covered in blood and I slipped over, and there was sort of a collective like, oh my God, is the hand broken? No one was worried about me, more the hand itself. Poor me. And but that was really it. I mean, you know, the rest of it was us just kind of being as human as possible and having a great time. And there's always little funny things that happen, you know, in between takes. But I like to leave those where they are because they are of that moment and they are memories, you know. Yeah. Not to say that I don't want to share. It's just, you know,
yeah,
I've given you enough. There you go.
Okay, no, that's okay. That's okay. Okay, and just to finish, I don't know if you already noticed, but here in Brazil, everything becomes a meme. Did you have time, like, have a chance to see all the memes that Brazilian fans made on Twitter about your characters?
I've seen a couple of memes.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen a kind of TikTok song of this Chrissy wake up thing that is so funny. Yes, so I've seen that. I don't know if that was a Brazilian one.
An alarm for all the Chrissys and Crises.
Chrissy, wake up! I don't like this! Chrissy, wake up! Hey, hello!
It's still funny.
And you, Jamie?
I've seen a lot of memes in my time. I've been a lot of memes in my
You
time
have.
as well.
You have.
It's lovely to contribute to the popular culture. I've seen some. Yeah, it's great.
Okay, thank you so much, guys.
Thank
I'm
you.
a huge fan of the show. I hope Eddie is alive, okay? So, thank you, guys. Do you
He's
want to
here.
say like bye to Brazilian fans?
Goodbye.
See you later, guys.